Hey friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. Today I'm going to be styling for you 10 light academia outfits for fall. Hey friends, hello, I hope you're all doing well. Today I'm styling, like I said, 10 light academia outfits for fall. A few months ago, maybe a month ago now, I did dark academia outfits, and I know some of you guys are more inclined to style light academia outfits, so for today's video, I wanted to style some light academia looks for you guys. Admittedly, some of these are a bit more medium academia, but that is simply because I don't have a ton of pant options when it comes to light academia. In fact, I had to borrow a pair of pants from my mom, but I hope that you guys enjoyed the 10 outfits that I did put together. I'm actually quite pleased with how they turned out. But before we jump into the outfits, a quick word from our sponsor. Today, I'm working with the brand Vivaia to show you guys some incredible shoes. Vivaia is an online, sustainable, and eco-friendly and responsible footwear company. I actually received a pair of shoes from Vivaia about a week ago now, and I've been wearing them around, and I can genuinely say they are some of the most comfortable shoes I've ever owned. And you guys, if you've been around for some time, you know that I'm very, very picky when it comes to flats specifically, because I absolutely hate when it rubs sort of against the back of your heel. I have not had that issue at all with the shoes that I picked up, which are the Michelle pointed toe bow flats in the color coffee brown, which are perfect for autumn. I cannot wait to style these with like a bajillion outfits. You guys are obviously going to see like a ton of outfits in a second, and so many of those outfits are going to have these shoes styled with them. But I just think they're such great shoes. And I think that the company Vivaia is so great, and especially with what they're doing, working towards sustainability. One cool thing about Vivaia is that every pair of shoes is made out of at least 6 plastic water bottles, saving the city water and the ocean from plastic waste. All of Vivaia products are also made out of recycled materials, and the team was able to create a zero waste process by using 3D technology to create a seamless 3D knitted design for their shoes. When I first opened my shoes, I was absolutely shocked that they were made out of plastic water bottles, because it is the softest material, and they're just so unique, and they've got a great sort of knitted texture to them that I think adds an extra element of comfort and style to any pair of shoes. Vivaia is offering you guys at 10% off of your next purchase by using the code VivaiaHot. I'll leave a link down below. You guys can follow my link to check out their website if you would like. And yeah, I mean, I 10 out of 10 recommend. They're so comfortable. I've been, again, wearing them around for the last few days, and I've been really enjoying wearing them, and I just can't wait to style them with so many more outfits and share these upcoming outfits with you guys, many of them for which I'll be utilizing these shoes. So thank you again to Vivaia for working with me. I hope you guys will check them out. You can check them out over on Instagram at Vivaia_official. And again, use the code VivaiaHot for 10% off your next purchase. Now, without further ado, let's jump right on into the light academia outfits. Okay, first things first, there really is not any rhyme or reason for the order of these outfits. So you're gonna see a wide range of casual and more dressy type of looks. And again, the outfits are mostly gonna be light academia aesthetic outfits, but some of them I would say do lean a little bit more medium academia. And I would actually even say this first outfit here does this. Now this one I think is a really great business casual look. We have dress slacks, but we also have on a t-shirt and a casual blazer as opposed to one that's more structured. But let's start from the very bottom as we do, starting with the shoes. I have on my stunning new shoes from Vivaia. Again, these are the Michelle pointed toe bow front flats, and I absolutely adore these. They are just so versatile in this coffee brown color, and I just love styling them for this aesthetic. And if you're not a fan of a pointed toe, they also have round toe options, so definitely recommend checking out their website for some shoe inspiration. Moving up, I have on these brown trousers here. These I believe I got on Poshmark a while back now. These are basically my favorite brown trousers that I own. I would love to get a pair of more structured ones, as I talked about last week in the thrifting video I did, and also I would love to see if I can invest in some lighter toned ones. I do think a lighter toned pant would work better for light academia, but this would work for dark or medium academia. Moving up from there, I just have on a Croft & Barrow plain white t-shirt. Again, this is a nice thrifted piece that I picked up at the Goodwill last week. It is my favorite freaking t-shirt from the Goodwill. Then over top of it, I have this medium brown blazer that I also thrifted at the Goodwill. This I've had for years and years now, but it's a great loose fitting, not super structured type of blazer. It's kind of similar to what we would call like a shacket, I guess, in today's world. And I just think it works so well with this outfit, and it sort of ties in the sort of lighter brown tones since it's not as dark as the pants. For accessories, I have on these gold earrings that I got from Etsy, and then this necklace here that I made for myself, which was featured in the Whimsy Goth video. So if you guys want to see more of my me-made jewelry, you can check that video out since it was chock full of me-made jewelry. And that is this look. I think it's a really nice, like I said, basic, business casual, sort of classic everyday kind of outfit within the academia aesthetic. This one here I would say is a little bit more vintage inspired. So again, I have on my Vivaia shoes because they're just incredible and they go with so many outfits, being such beautiful neutral tones. And then I have on this Pendleton skirt that actually Julia sent me. It is a little bit snug, but it still fits really nicely. And this print is just absolutely perfect for the light academia aesthetic. It's these beautiful sort of eggshell and light tan and white colors, and I just absolutely love it. It's quite long, which I really like. You could also go for a shorter skirt if you're more of a shorter skirt person, but long skirts are definitely my preference, and it works in this case because on the top half I actually am using a dress as my top. So I'm wearing this vintage dress that I thrifted on Poshmark. It's actually a vintage reproduction. So this is a contemporary dress made with a vintage pattern, and it was a handmade piece that I thrifted off of Poshmark. It's really, really lovely. I don't love the material that much, but I love the style and the exaggerated collar, which I think works really well within the academia aesthetics. This one is sort of leaning on the cooler tone browns, but I think it works really well for light academia since they're not those really dark, rich tones. It more is leaning on the sort of lighter, grayer, brighter brown shades. This next outfit here is definitely one of my favorites of the bunch. I wore this the other day when I went thrifting, so you guys would have seen it if you saw last week's video already. But this outfit is definitely sort of giving librarian vibes, and that is exactly what I would like to be exuding in my everyday life. So again, starting from the bottom, I have on my Vivaia Michelle flats. You will see some other shoe variations throughout the video, but these truly are just like so versatile. So I did end up styling them with quite a few outfits. Moving up, I have on this tan skirt. I've thrifted this a few years ago now on Poshmark. This is also, I believe, a vintage recreation. Even though it was marketed as a 1930s skirt, I still have never verified, but I'm almost certain it's a vintage recreation. It's just a button front skirt with pockets, and it's in this lovely light tan sort of khaki color. Moving up, I have on my white button up top that I got from the Goodwill. It is from the Liz Claiborne brand, and it is just the absolute perfect button up, absolutely stunning shirt. Love it so, so much. And then over top of it, I have on this very light oatmeal color sweater vest that I thrifted on Poshmark. I felt like it was a really fun way to just play with the tonal tans and browns for this look and just really play with the light, bright, and airiness that light academia calls for. In terms of accessories, I just went with the same gold earrings, and then I also threw on this little headband that I made out of some fabric that I picked up at the Walmart or at Joann's a couple of years ago. These are actually sold on my Etsy shop when it was still open, which, by the way, I am now doing just custom orders, so if you wanted a custom pair of earrings, you can check out my Etsy shop over there. And that's this look. It's definitely one of my all-time favorites in the video. Up next, we have another one that I really, really love. It's quite casual, but it also feels very kind of like suburban mom put together. I don't know, it's giving like a lot of different vibes, but I still think it works well for the light academia aesthetic. So starting from the bottom, I just have on these thrifted flats that I picked up at the Goodwill. You guys have probably seen them before. I wear them all the time. They're originally from the Naturalizer brand. Moving up, I have on these khaki pants that I actually borrowed from my mom. I don't love the material of these pants because I feel like they're quite stretchy, and I prefer a more structured sort of stiff material, but I was really grateful that she let me borrow them since I don't actually own any light colored pants like this. I would say if you're going to use light pants, of course, just just pick whatever fabric is the most comfortable and like the best for you. But I think typically within this aesthetic, it's more often than not the more structured, sort of pleated, thicker, heavier duty materials. Moving up from there, I have on this really lovely plaid shirt. This is a multicolored shirt. It's got some navies and browns and whites and reds and pinks and different color tones in it. I felt like this was a fun way to sort of mix in some color into a light academia outfit, but it also gives off that academic feeling with it being plaid, and it plays with those more neutral tones, though again, it does add in a little bit of pink and navy blue, which I count navy blue as a neutral. Then over top of it, I wanted to put this big chunky cozy sweater that I actually thrifted at the Goodwill but maybe a couple months ago, and it's just such a nice chunky wool cardigan. It also has a collar on it, which I felt like gave it a cool almost blazer feeling to it as well, so I threw that on. I think big chunky cardigans work really well within the light academia aesthetic. For earrings, I wanted to really play up that suburban mom feeling, so I put on my Kalani Accessories pearl and gold earrings, and then I also put on my Kalani Accessories gold and pearl necklace. I also threw my hair up just in a claw clip, which is a style I've been absolutely living for these days. On to this next outfit, we're playing again with some trendier styles, sort of mixing it up a little bit, if you will. So from the bottom, we have on the Vivaia shoes once again. I really, again, love these shoes so much. Moving up, I have on the same brown trousers from before, and then this time I threw on a warm tone belt because I did want to warm the outfit up a little bit since everything was feeling quite cool. Then for the top, I firstly have on my white t-shirt from before, the Croft and Barrow t-shirt. Then over top of it, I threw on this bustier top, which again, I said before, it leans a bit gray, and it has that sort of tweed sort of pattern going on, and this I actually thrifted at a local thrift store. I felt like it has that tweed pattern that screams academia aesthetics, but it also has the silhouette of something that's a bit more Y2K, a little bit younger and funkier, so I felt like this is a fun way to sort of mash those styles together. I also styled this top when I did dark academia outfits, so this is just a fun way to sort of play on the lighter / medium tones of this aesthetic as well. For accessories, I just have on this gold chain, which is actually a family heirloom. My great aunt sent it to me a few weeks ago actually, and it's just something I'm going to treasure forever. And then I also have on those same gold earrings. I also just threw my hair in half down because that's just a classic hairstyle, not only for me, but for this aesthetic. This next outfit was heavily inspired by Kill Your Darlings, which is an incredible movie. It's a bit intense, but it's still a very good movie starring Daniel Radcliffe. And this is inspired by one of his looks. So starting from the bottom, I have on some brown boots. These are just like my adventure boots is what I like to call them. But I thrifted these on Poshmark. They were originally from Target. I wear them all the time. You guys have definitely seen me wear them before. Moving up, I have on the same light khaki pants that I borrowed from my mom. And then over top of that, I decided to throw on this big chunky white sweater. I actually got this at Target a couple of years ago, and I feel like chunky sweaters are really big within this aesthetic, whether tucked in or laid loose, so I decided to leave this one laying loose and then threw my Target blazer over top of it. This one is just a stunning plaid blazer with a lot of neutral and brown tones. It actually has almost the same colors as the shirt I was wearing earlier and has that pink and navy blue in it as well. For accessories, I'm wearing my gold chain once again, and then I'm also wearing my pearl and gold earrings from Kalani Accessories. I also threw my hair up in a claw clip because, again, loving this style lately. I finally figured out how to get my hair to work with claw clips, and now I'm never going to stop doing it. Up next, we're definitely leaning more into medium academia with this look. Again, if I had lighter pants, I think that you can immediately transition this from medium to light academia. But starting from the bottom, I have on my Vivaia flats. They're actually the exact same color of the sweater, which was the most satisfying thing. So I was really excited to pair them with this outfit. Then moving up, I have on the brown trousers, again, thrifted from Poshmark. Then over top of that, I have on my white Liz Claiborne button up once again. I left the last couple of buttons open to give it a little bit more of a spread at the bottom because I actually really love how it looks when it looks like it's sort of draping away from each other. So one way to get it to do that, if you're maybe having some trouble getting your shirt to lay in that way, is to leave a couple of the bottom buttons undone, and it gives it a little bit more space to sort of spread out a little bit. Then over top of that, I have on this warm tone sort of camel color sweater. This I thrifted, I believe, at the Goodwill a couple of years ago now. I don't wear this sweater that often because it's a little bit itchy, but wearing it this way was the great way to do it since it's not directly touching my skin. There's something layered underneath it. So definitely going to be styling it this way more often. For accessories, I just have on my gold hoops from Etsy and then threw my hair in a ponytail, which is another great classic hairstyle for the dark academia, light academia, medium academia aesthetics. Now this outfit here is really similar to the one prior, but it's definitely leaning way more toward light academia than medium / dark academia. So for this look here, I have on these big, huge, chunky loafers that I picked up at Target a few months ago now. I got them on clearance, so I'm not sure if you'll be able to find them anymore. Then moving up, I have on these light plaid trousers. These are a little bit tight on me, and they were like when I bought them as well, but they were the only ones left, and I like really, really wanted them. So they're tiny bit tight, but you can't really tell when I have the shirt sort of not tucked in, and actually when I don't tuck anything into them, they feel fine. So they're just tight when I tuck things in. Anyway, nonetheless, I really love these pants. I think they're really, really fun, and also another piece that allows you to bring in some color, just a little bit of light blue and a little bit of orange in the plaid of these pants, and I really, really love how they look. Moving up, I decided to style them with my Liz Claiborne button up again, and then this time, instead of throwing a sweater over top, I went for a sweater vest. So there's just this oatmeal color sweater vest, which tied in really well with the plaid of the pants. For accessories, I just threw my hair in a bun. I didn't wear a necklace because I do find it's a bit difficult to wear necklaces sometimes with collared shirts, but I did go ahead and just throw on my gold earrings from Etsy. Working with those pants and loafers, once again, I have this look here. This one's a bit more funky. This one is a little bit more playful, which is very much up my street. So starting from the bottom, same white loafers from Target, same plaid light toned pants also from Target. But then on the top, I have this plaid mock neck sweater. The print of the sweater is so similar to the print of the pants, and I felt like it was just sort of the blown up version of the print of the pants, and I felt like it was such a fun way to tie the two together with an interesting sort of mixed prints moment. This is very up my street, and it also can lean so hipster if you really wanted it to. I wore this outfit the other week with a tan beanie on, and I just felt like the most hipster, and I really, really, truly loved it. And it's just such a good outfit. And if you wanted to make it feel even more academic, you could put a solid blazer on over top. It'll break up the excitement of all of the different patterns going on, grounding the outfit a little bit more, and it would also make it feel a little bit more professional if you just threw on a blazer as well. For accessories, I just threw on my solid gold necklace from my great aunt, and then also my pearl and gold earrings from Kalani Accessories. This next outfit is another one that leans a little bit more on the feminine, sort of girly side. So for this one, I have on my Naturalizer thrifted loafers once again, and then moving up, I have on this white A-line skirt. It's a button front skirt that I thrifted from the Olive Branch, which is a small business. I've talked about them here on the channel before. Then I also have on the brown warm tone belt. Again, this belt is almost the exact same color as my Naturalizer shoes, so I often pair them together. Then moving up, I have on the plaid colorful top once more. I felt like this was just a really lovely, again, maybe it's the shape of the shirt gives suburban mom, I don't know, but this does kind of give a little bit of country club vibes, but I just think that works really well because I think there's a lot of overlap with like the old money aesthetic and also the academic or academia aesthetics. So I do definitely see this shirt working for either of those aesthetics. Then for accessories, I have on my half chain, half pearl necklace from Kalani Accessories and my pearl and gold earrings. Again, the claw clip, because I am a sucker for a good claw clip moment. And that is the final outfit of today's video. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. I had so much fun putting all of these outfits together. It was actually quite a fun challenge to style 10 different light academia outfits that felt different enough from the dark academia outfits and that also felt light enough since, like I said, a lot of the pieces that I have very much lean more towards dark and medium academia as opposed to light academia, but I'm actually quite happy with all of the outfits I ended up putting together. Also, again, huge thank you to Vivaia for sponsoring me for this video and for sending me those beautiful shoes. If you guys want to check them out, I'll again leave the link down below. You guys can follow my link down there. And also you can use the code Vivaia Ad for 10% off your next purchase. Anyway, I think that's really all I have for you guys. So as usual, give the video a thumbs up if you enjoyed. Comment down below, let me know which of these outfits was your favorite. Also feel free to subscribe if you haven't already. I upload fashion related content every single week, things about aesthetic exploration, styling, thrifting, etc., etc. And as always, don't forget, it costs absolutely nothing to be kind, so be kind to yourself and others. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.